We have entered a new decade. What? A new decade has begun here in Formula One. Who will be on top? We're simulating F1 2030. Let's see. So the first round in Greece was won by Charles Leclerc, followed by George Russell, Jack Crawford, Franco Colapinto, Mick Schumacher, Zane Maloney, Arthur Leclerc, Alex Albon, Carlos Sainz, Nick De Vries, and Antonio Perez led the race. The second round in Saudi Arabia was won by Max Verstappen, followed by Carlos Sainz. Nice little 1-2 there for Nissan, with Charles Leclerc in P3, P4 goes to George Russell, P5 Maloney, P6 goes to Norris, P7 Piastri, P8 Tsunoda, P9 Gasly, and P9 Crawford. And the third round in Australia was won by Lando Norris, followed by Victor Martins, Mick Schumacher, P4 George Russell, P5 Verstappen, P6 Leclerc, P7 Charles Leclerc, P8 Oscar Piastri, P9 Pierre Gasly, P10 Esteban Ocon, and Zane Maloney is out of the race. The 12th round in Imola was won by Mr. Carlos Sainz, followed by Max Verstappen. P3 goes to Charles Leclerc, P4 goes to Pierre Gasly, P5 goes to Oscar Piastri, P6 goes to Behrman, P7 Martins, P8 Ocon, P9 Schumacher, P10 Crawford, and Lawson and Stanek have retired from the race. Next round in Miami was won by Charles Leclerc, followed by Max Verstappen, Zane Maloney, Arthur Leclerc, Kilo Colette, Carlos Sainz, Alex Albon, Antonio Perez, Pierre Gasly, and Oscar Piastri. The round in Spain was won by Lando Norris, followed by Zane Maloney, Max Verstappen, Frederick Vesti, Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, Alex Albon, George Russell, Roman Stanek in the Williams, I think, yeah. Followed by Yuki Tsunoda with the fastest lap. Malaysia. Yeah, we had this for a while. And that was won by Zane Maloney, followed by Charles Leclerc, Mick Schumacher. P4 goes to Max Verstappen, P5 goes to Alex Albon, P6 goes to Pierre Gasly, P7 goes to Oscar Piastri, P8 goes to Lando Norris, P9 goes to Nick De Vries, and P10 goes to Victor Martin. The infamous off-course race in Monaco was won by Liam Lawson in a Williams. The first Williams win in forever. And he won it from pole, wow. Followed by Archie Leclerc, Carlos Sainz. P4 goes to Lando Norris, P5 goes to Oscar Piastri, P6 goes to Max Verstappen, P7 goes to Pierre Gasly, P8 goes to Kilo Colette, P9 goes to Zane Maloney, P10 goes to Alex Albon, and Mick Schumacher, Charles Leclerc, George Russell, and Victor Martins are all out of the race. A classic Monaco Grand Prix for Charles Leclerc not finishing. The race in Canada was won by Carlos Sainz once again, followed by Charles Leclerc, Pierre Gasly. P4 goes to Victor Martins, decent day for Ferrari, for once. P5 goes to Mick Schumacher, P6 goes to Zane Maloney, P7 goes to Verstappen, P8 Tsunoda, P9 Perez, and P10 Albon. The race in Great Britain. Actually, there was actually a sprint. So sprint in Great Britain goes to Carlos Colette. The first sprint now we featuring in this series, there will be many more. Followed by Jack Crawford, Antonio Perez, Zane Maloney, Mick Schumacher, Verstappen, Albon, Oscar Piastri, and Roman Stanek is out of the race. And yeah, that's the standings. I don't know why I didn't put P10. That's kind of stupid. And the race in Austria is won by Charles Leclerc, followed by Antonio Perez with the fastest lap. He's kind of decent in that AlphaTauri. Followed by Max Verstappen. P4 goes to Russell. P5 goes to Crawford. P6 goes to Leclerc. P7 goes to Lawson. P8 goes to Piastri. P9 goes to Mick Schumacher. And P10 goes to Nick De Vries. And Pierre Gasly, Roman Stanek, and Yuki Tsunoda are all out of the race. The race in Hungary was won by the Hungary master himself, George Russell, followed by Carlos Sainz, Esteban Ocon. P4 goes to Lando Norris, P5 goes to Liam Lawson, P6 goes to Oliver Behrman, P7 goes to Max Verstappen, P8 goes to Mick Schumacher, P9 Gasly, and P10 Franco Colapinto. The race in Belgium goes to George Russell as he wins 2 races, as it's his 2nd race win in a row. Followed by Zane Maloney, 1-2 for Mercedes. Followed by Charles Leclerc in P3, P4 goes to Max Verstappen, P5 goes to Mick Schumacher, followed by Antonio Perez, Alex Albon, Nick De Vries, Oliver Bearman, and Oscar Piastri. The race in the Netherlands goes to Netherlands hero Max Verstappen, followed by Arthur Leclerc, Esteban Ocon actually getting on the podium quite a bit, followed by Carlos Collet in P4, Oscar Piastri in P5, Mick Schumacher in P6, Gasly, P7, Victor Martins P8, Yuki Tsunoda P9, Antonio Perez P10, and Charles Leclerc is out the race. The race in Italy, Monza, was won by Charles Leclerc, finally some redemption. Followed by Carlos Sainz, P4 goes to Russell, P5 goes to Crawford, P6 goes to Vesti, P7 goes to Perez, P8 goes to Martins, P9 goes to Piastri, and P10 goes to Alex Albon. Also was the fastest lap point. The race in Singapore was won by Antonio Perez in that AlphaTauri. Yup, I'm not joking. Followed by Carlos Sainz, Pierre Gasly, Oscar Piastri, Esteban Ocon, Tsunoda, Verstappen, Schumacher, De Vries, Roman Stanek, and Vesti and Martins are out of the race. The race in Qatar was won by Esteban Ocon, followed by Antonio Perez, Leclerc, Verstappen, Crawford, Maloney, Colette, Norris, Stanek, and Tsunoda. The race in Japan was won by Zane Maloney with the fastest lap point, followed by Oscar Piastri, Lando Norris, Mick Schumacher, Verstappen, Albon, Tsunoda, Stanek, Colapinto, and Pierre Gasly. The race in Circuit of the Americas was won by Zane Maloney, followed by Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc, Esteban Ocon, Mick Schumacher, Oscar Piastri, Alex Albon, Frederick Vesti, Oliver Bearman, and Roman Stanek. Morocco makes its brand return to the calendar, or is this the first time? No. Morocco is back. That race was won by Charles Leclerc, followed by Carlos Sainz, Roman Stanek, the Williams. Yup, you read that right. Followed by Nick De Vries, Victor Martins, Zane Maloney, George Russell, Alex Albon, Yuki Tsunoda, Franco Colapinto, and Max and Ocon. Actually, just Max is out of the race, not Ocon. The race in Brazil was won by Max Verstappen, followed by Carlos Sainz, 1-2 for Nissan, followed by Alex Albon with the fastest lap, followed by Oliver Bearman, Oscar Piastri, Esteban Ocon, Pierre Gasly, Jack Crawford, Antonio Perez, and Yuki Tsunoda. And Leclerc's out of the race. Wow, a lot of DNS and Ferrari this year. And South Africa is back on the calendar, or was it always back? And that was won by Max Verstappen, followed by Pierre Gasly, Charles Leclerc, Russell, Maloney, Norris, Schumacher, Perez, Victor Martins, and Yuki Tsunoda. And the race in Abu Dhabi was won by Zane Maloney, followed by Charles Leclerc, Sainz, Ocon, Vesti, Albon, Russell, Piastri, Colette, and Lawson. I also look at the standings. But no, for the first time in like 20-something years, Abu Dhabi is not the season finale. Because how it goes to Sweden is now the season finale. That race was won by Charles Leclerc, followed by Pierre Gasly, Max Verstappen, Oscar Piastri, Zane Maloney, George Russell, Carlos Colette, Frederick Vesti, Carlos Sainz, Alex Albon, and Lando Norris is out of the race. Now the standings. It's going to be a bit surprising, but it also cannot be. But the champion is Charles Leclerc with 351 points. He just barely outscored Max Verstappen with 346. So it was a very close title battle. Leclerc got 6 wins, Max got 4 wins. And they were followed by Zane Maloney with 4 wins, Carlos Sainz with 2 wins, George Russell with 2 wins, Mick Schumacher with no wins. And yeah, now time to look, and this is the rest of the standings. Everybody except Logan Sargent scored points. Yeah, here's the standings for the constructors. Once again, by no, Nissan takes the constructors title, their first constructors title ever. Now, though I haven't done this in so long that I swore it was Mercedes, but it's not, because Mercedes is in P2. Yes, Nissan wins by a lot. And in P3, once again comes Ferrari, followed by McLaren. So McLaren have a bit of a revival. Followed by Alpine, Red Bull, 6th, a bit of a revival. AlphaTauri, Audi, Volkswagen, Aston Martin, Williams, and Haas is in dead last. You know, the norms with Williams and Haas, you know. Anyway, 2031 is next. Charles Leclerc is the winner. Yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys later.